According to Lee, I wish IATF would replace the RT-PCR test with rapid antigen test as a requirement for international entry. Evelyn said, sana antigen test pwede na. RT-PCR test is so expensive. Dairit says, it's nice if they will let antigen test rather than RT-PCR test to enter the Philippines. RT-PCR test too expensive outside the Philippines. I think we all can agree. RT-PCR test is really expensive abroad. RT-PCR test results that can be released with less than 48 hours, they are expensive. Some people have been paying $100, $200. Some are even paying $299 for this expensive RT-PCR test. Travelers are really asking the government, please accept antigen test. Well, that wish may be granted soon. In an interview with Karen Davila with the Department of Tourism Secretary Puyat, she revealed the Department of Tourism has proposed to accept antigen test in lieu of RT-PCR test. Let's hear it from her.
Yung 48-hour PCR test, for those coming in watching us abroad, where do they show this?
There's a One Health Pass, so that's submitted to the One Health Pass, and as long as they're fully vaxxed by their government, they can show proof of vaccination, they're good to go. But we are also proposing that we hope that it's approved that in lieu of a negative RT-PCR 48 hours before, also an antigen test 24 hours. So we want to make it we want to make it easier.
Yeah, in her very words, she said, we are proposing, hope this can be approved, that in lieu of a negative RT-PCR 48 before departure, also an antigen test 24 hours. So we want to make it easier. Yan. She knows that RT-PCR test is expensive and sometimes difficult to find. You guys, comment down below, have you struggled looking for a lab that can release your results within 24 hours? Within less than 48 hours? I know a lot of travelers have messaged me, nahihirapan silang maghanap ng lab that can release their result before their flight. Well, antigen test is a different story. With antigen tests, your results could be released in less than 30 minutes. And even if they say 24 hours, that's very manageable. So at an antigen test taken 24 hours before departure, as the Department of Tourism proposal, we have full support with that Department of Tourism, and we think IATF should approve that proposal. And not only about the cost, people who have been waiting to enter the Philippines who recently recovered and are still testing positive will also benefit from this. In the words of the Department of Tourism Secretary, what's nice with the antigen test is that it also covers those who have recovered from COVID. Because almost everyone have had COVID, like Omicron. Raise your hand if you've had it. And with the RT-PCR, you can still test positive after 3 months. But with the negative antigen, of course, this is supposed to be taken in a lab. Home test kit cannot be allowed. With the negative antigen, this can show that you are negative and yet recovered already from COVID. Yes, a lot of people, although they are already fully recovered, wala ng COVID, no longer infectious, no symptoms, and yet they are still testing positive in the RT-PCR test. For foreign nationals and even for some Filipinos, it stops them from traveling to the Philippines because Philippines, IATF says, for foreign nationals, they must test negative. And then for Filipinos, pwede nga yung medical certificate pero medyo complicated din yung requirements. 2 positive test result pa hinihingi. Secretary Puyat added, because diba, the RT-PCR test, it's very, very sensitive. As I've said, you can still test positive for the next 3 months. With the negative antigen test, 24 hours before arriving in the Philippines, that can also cover those who recovered from COVID. Very much agree, Secretary Puyat. I feel sorry, like I've had some foreigners message me, Jennifer, I have a kid in the Philippines. I'm wanting to see them, but my test result is still showing positive. What can I do? Oh, Like with the current rules right now, they just have to wait. Their only option is to wait till they test negative. I feel sad for these travelers, no? With the current rules, 4 years old and up, RT-PCR, all 4 nationals must test negative, and then the medical certificate option, fit to travel, is only for Filipinos. With the proposal, antigen test, it's much cheaper, much more convenient, easier to find. Next up, recently recovered people will be given a chance to travel to the Philippines much easier and simpler. So I don't see any reason why this should not be accepted. Antigen tests can also detect Delta and Omicron. And seeing the situation right now in many countries and in the Philippines, cases have been dropping significantly. So yeah, approved na yan, IATF. And if they are going to approve it, we are asking the Philippine government to please announce it ahead of time. Let's say, oh, you will start accepting antigen test by, cross fingers, sana, hopefully, let's say by March 15. Or you should let them know now. Or if you're going to accept it on March 30, let people know in advance. Because we have kababayans, they already booked their appointments for their COVID test. They paid for it. And what if by the time they travel, pwede na pala yung antigen test. So please, government, if you're going to approve this, announce ahead of time so people can prepare. Okay? This is indeed good news, guys. DOT is working towards simpler and easier travel to the Philippines. We will keep a very close eye on the updates on this proposal. I will let you know as soon as it is officially announced. You already know. I may make a live as soon as they announce it. Yeah, so this is good news. But for anyone traveling tomorrow or soon, baka hindi mo na maabutan. So still, no, look for that RT-PCR test if you're traveling very, very soon, because we cannot read the mind of the IATF on when would they approve this or whether they would approve it. So for now, this is just a proposal pa lang, but a very, very good proposal. We are hoping that the Philippines IATF will approve it. So you guys, comment down below how much is an antigen test in your country. And I just want to emphasize that with the statement of the Department of Tourism, she mentioned tested in a lab, not home test kit. I know rapid antigen test is used in many countries, home test kit, like you do your own testing. But I think with the statement of Secretary Puyat, I think they would be requiring laboratory test taken antigen test if it is approved. Let's see. We'll get more information if it is approved and announced officially. For now, it is just a proposal. Proposal pa lang, RT-PCR pa rin as of now. Okay? I will let you know if there's any changes, guys. This is very good news indeed. I'll see you with another travel update. Bye.